Hello everyone and welcome to the Philadelphia and Rizzo rink where the strikes have now come to an end unless Max Kepler is at the plate and the PBLA is back underway for the Monday night doubleheader and game one about to get underway between the Black Storm and the Morties. Both sides will head to their respective sidelines. We expect rain to begin relatively soon into the game, so we will play the second game by ear. So we're underway in game one on this Monday night, our first game back with commentary since the strikes come to an end, and Las Brigada will win the opening draw for the Beerwolves. Las Brigada up to Winters, around the blue line, Winters in for Ensley, Ensley a one-on-one, shot, they score! Mac Ensley breaks the scoreless tie very early on, and 25 seconds in, it's a 1-0 Beerwolf. Blake Beal getting the start today for the Black Storm in net. You can see the goal in his first shot seen. 1-0 Beerwolves in the early going. Again, the Beerwolves winning the face-off, fighting for just below the shot clock, Las Brigada. And couldn't get the pass out. Back the other way come the Storm on a good defensive play. Ryan Cook on the far side of the boards. Gives to Nick Fox in the middle of the floor. Fox to Lindsay in the nearest circle. Fox shoves a firing a shot, they score. James Lindsay evens the game. And about 90 seconds in, it's 1-1. Las Brigada right off the draw for the Beerwolves, a one-hop shot saved by Beal. His next pass goes right in front, punt fake to Fox, now further up the floor to Reuter. That's Matt Reuter trying to fight forward into the corner. Reuter giving chase, now Nick Fox has it in space just below the shot clock. Fox being sent out wide, shot clock to 8 into 7 and still ticking. Fox in the nearest circle, a shot clock to 4, a pass to the far side, now another shot deflected down, sent almost straight up in the air, instead kept in by the Beerwolves, and here they come the other way. A shot by McKenna is saved. The rebound was knocked toward the net, and it was almost an own goal that would have popped over the head of Beal. Violation on the Storm against Beal coming in and out of his own crease. A shot from the side and eaten up by Beal. The shot came from that right side, came from Ensley. Nick Fox gives to Lindsay. At the bottom of the main circle, Lindsay to Ryan Cook. Cook in corner with 2 defenders on him. Cook not get the benefit of the call there in the corner. It'll be Beerwolf ball, a pushing penalty used against Storm. And now Nick Fox trying to get another check into the boards around taking the brunt of the hit himself. Shot whipped on goal, blocked down by a member of the Storm. And Beal's back on it, the Storm goaltender. Just over 3.5 minutes gone in this first period. 1-1 the score. Ryan Cook from just inside the blue line. Thought about driving in, now backs away into space. Cook has a pick set. Spin and gives to Posadi. Sergio Posadi, a one-hop shot sent wide. The rebound's all the way back down to the Storm defensive zone. And launched at a play by Lindsay. But the shot clock violation against the Black Storm. And Morties ball. The Beerwolves ball, fresh possession. Ensley plays the rebound off the boards. Ensley between the circles. Ensley to Raftery. Raftery and Venuto exchanging looks. And a shot from Venuto is sent wide. Touched the netting behind Beal. Last touched by the Beerwolves, so Black Storm ball with Nick Fox in the main circle. Fox trying to get by his man. Good stick handling by Fox, and he scores. 2-1 Storm as Nick Fox in between the circles makes it a 1-goal Storm lead. Two to 1 Storm, 9:17 to play in the first. Another quick shot, and they score. 3-1 Storm, as right off the draw, it's Stephen McLaughlin getting his first of the game. Storm, just over 6 minutes gone in this opening period now. Off the draw, a Beerwolves is upended into the boards. An awkward fall there for number 91. That's Cole Pedroso. Pedroso's back to his feet. A shot, it's off the leg pad, and it pops back out to another Storm player. That's Colin Bozak. Shot came from the Beerwolves. Now it's the Storm offense their own turn to come across the middle of the floor. Bozak gives to Nick Fox between the circles. Fox ushered out wide to the left. Fox behind the back pass. Posadi tried to cut the corner and get it just inside the left goal post. The rebound is back out near the Storm. And Winters had his stick knocked loose. Now looks like there'll be a penalty called on that scuffle. So personnel update for the Beerwolves will come into the penalty. Running clock at 7:40. So the player update for the Beerwolves is William Murdoch, now in net for the Beerwolves, rather than the typical Toby Fedora diving over the top. He scores. A flying Aiden McKenna makes it 3-2 as he jumped almost all the way over Beal in net for the Storm. And it's back to a 1-goal deficit for the Beerwolves. Stephen McLaughlin, who was just scored the goal, was also just called for the penalty on the scuffle that Nick Fox was arguing against. It's now 3-2 as the penalty has expired. The Beerwolves cashed in on the man up early. The ball is still loose after the Storm won the initial face-off, and now the Beerwolves come away with it with clean possession. Shot deflected wide. Last touch Beerwolves, so it's back to Black Storm ball. 6.5 to play in the first. Cook around that far circle, fires one just wide of the net. Murdoch could quite bring it in. Now Nick Fox, a shot, they score. And Ryan Cook from between the circles on a one-hop beats Will Murdoch, and it's now 4-2 Storm. Matt Reuter off the draw, taking possession away for the Black Storm. Reuter, a pass to the middle of a no man's land, picked off by Raftery of the Beerwolves, this momentarily. Couldn't quite bring it in cleanly. It's now loose in the corner by the Mark Squilla sign. And nobody seems to bring it in properly. There's now 3 Beerwolves in the area chasing down McLaughlin. He got sandwiched between 2 Beerwolves. Now McLaughlin was pushing and shoving, and with Las Vergata. Lobo continue to go after it. Now Posadi's into the boards. Las Vergata, and a shot, they score. Nick Fox in the blue line. And in the midst of all the pushing and shoving behind the play, Nick Fox gets his second of the first period. It's now 5-2. Nick Fox looking for his third to the frame. He's got it. The fantastic Mr. Fox, the first period hat trick right off the draw. And it's now 6-2 Storms moments after his second. Having a scoreboard malfunction here at Rizzo Rink. Should be 6-2. It currently reads 4-4. Now it should be 6-3. As right off the draw, Mac Ensley answers the Nick Fox goals. And it's now again 6-3. It's Ensley with his second. Again, off the tie-up. It's now Beerwolf ball the other way. Back and forth. Loman with a pass, a shot, and saved by Beal. Nick Fox will await some help, and it's 2-on-5 disadvantage with his teammates changing off behind him. Now Fox will push further in. As Masadi out to his left, doesn't quite go there. Nick Fox in the corner, tied up, lost the ball. Loman's in the mix now. Ball is almost knocked loose. Fox still fighting for it. It's still loose. And now McKenna takes it away for the Beerwolves. Aiden McKenna up the far side into the circle. McKenna back to Cole Pedroso. Pedroso behind the back look. Pedroso gives to Winters in the main circle. Winters now between the circles, a shot sent wide, one hop past Beal. Rebounds all the way back down. Ryan Cook trying to catch up to it. He could not. Shot clock violation on the Storm. Now Cook misplays it, lost his stick, and lost the advantage as the Beerwolves are back the other way with possession. McKenna looking for a pass and had it go his direction, but couldn't bring it in. It bounced off the boards, the net, and almost off 95. So back the other way come the Storm with Lindsay. Directing traffic. Drew Brady in front of the net. Cross in front of Lindsay. Now goes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Fox. Fox almost thought about winding up his shooting. And now diving in and takes a shot. And saved by Murdoch. The ball stuck in his pad. About 90 seconds to play in third. 6-3 ball game. A pass is wide of Raftery. Rebound played off the board, scooped up by Beal. Beal lofts one down the floor. Basadi whips on and saved by Murdoch. Rebound comes out to Phil Rooter. Another save by Murdoch. Beerwolves take it away. 2 good stops by the emergency goaltender today for the Beerwolves. Ball was put out of play by the Beerwolf offense coming up the other way. Now Storm ball with Ryan Cook in the far corner. Cook between the circles and the blue line. A shot sent wide. The pass was from Cook to Fasadi, who got one on goal. Raftery sprinting up the floor the other way. A pass a little bit high, brought in by Ensley. Takes a shot up high, and he scores. Mac Ensley and Nick Fox with co-first period hat tricks to begin this Monday night doubleheader. And as we tick down to 30 seconds to play in the first frame, it's 6-4. Dying seconds in this first period. Lindsay right off the draw. The pass a little bit wide, but brought in. A shot. They score! As the clock runs out, the Black Storm get one more, and it's number 88, Scott Jackson, getting the 7th goal of the period for the Storm offense. (7-4) Storm, the score after the first 15 minutes of play. 30 more to come from Rizzo Rink in game 1. And the Black Storm lead by 3. Running clock to begin the second period. 7-4 lead for the Black Storm. Nick Fox with 3 goals in the period. Mac Ensley with 3 goals for his own side, the Beerwolves. Las Brigada off the draw, diving in front, and a 5th goal for the Beerwolves is added to their total. Las Brigada on the assist, and sprawling out in the crease was who appears to be Aiden McKenna. And correction, it would not be McKenna, it's Connor Mann who dove in the crease. And it's now 7-5 Storm. Off the draw, Las Brigada brings it in, took a shot up high as Bozak with a stick in the shoulder pad area. A shot attempt on goal, saved by Beal. Cook to the middle, Nick Fox turned away by Murdoch. Rebound out to Bozak, another save by Murdoch. After a rough start, Will Murdoch's made a few big-time saves in the last couple minutes. Threatening down the other way, another shot, they score. The Beerwolves are on fire to open the second period, as they've scored back-to-back in the first 90 seconds. This one comes from the stick of Dante Venuto. Looks like we have a good one in store here. 13 goals in the first 17 minutes of play at Rizzo Rink. McLaughlin chased down by Ensley and now has to clear the area. McLaughlin sent into the Junestein and now gives to Plasati. Plasati to Scott Jackson. Jackson to Lindsay, sent wide of the net. Rebound played off the boards by Jackson, who lost it. Jackson fighting for it, a one-hop pass past Matt Reuter. And it's a shot clock violation on the Storm. The Beerwolf ball. Ensley up the floor, slowing the pace. His pass goes over the head of Santo, and instead it goes to Winters. And Winters' next pass sent wide, loose by Beal. Winters, a free defender's on him. The ball is loose in the crease, it kicked out. Beal, that's on it, it crossed the line. Maybe, that's the call. The Beerwolf bench thinks so. They are adamant that it is. Beal may have got away with one. No goal is the call. A mad scramble for it. It was bouncing every which direction in the crease. Beal dove down to cover the line, but may have dove too well as he slid over the line, but got his gloved hand back on it. It's ruled Beerwolf ball though, and the shot clock is running. Moment with a fresh shot clock. Pedroso between the near circle and the blue line. Pedroso to Ensley between the circles. Ensley, a pass up high, brought in, shot sent high and wide, and the rebound's off the Beerwolf bench all the way back down to Murdoch. Shot clock ticking down. Murdoch shuffles up to Ensley. The rain beginning now in Philadelphia. Ensley winds up, shot, he scores! A buzzer beater for Mac Ensley. His fourth goal of the day with some words after the shot. It's 7-7. Down a little hard this night. Pipes like a beating last week with the rain that came down and was out. Seems to be alright for right now. Off the draw, the ball is launched and played off the glass by the Black Storm offense. Nick Fox takes the pass around the main circle. Fox to Cook, winds up shot, blockered down by Jason Jones. Jones, and now rebound back to Scott Jackson, who has two. Jackson scores, it's 8-7 Storm. Storm. Scott Jackson has back-to-back goals for the Storm. That's a hit into the boards. And definitely accidental contact by the Storm defender, but it will be a penalty nonetheless. It is the right call. Sent off is Ryan Mackey for the Beerwolves. Five-minute major for boarding issued to Ryan Mackey of the Beerwolves. And a costly accident for the Beerwolves side. They have a man-down goal scored today, though. Nick Fox tried to bring in the pass, but it's over his head. Picked up by Cook, who has to retreat. Cook gives it up to Nick Fox, and Fox has that pass go over his head. tied up around the midline. Shot clock to 7. Lindsay takes a shot and sandwiched in front. Great defense played by Lohman and the Beerwolves. And now they're back the other way as we start to feel the rain coming down through the I-95-ish ceiling. 1 minute kill on the penalty and 4 more to go with 8.5 to play in this second period. Shot clock to 10. Right now behind the net is Venuto. Killing clock, shot clock to 4. Venuto deflected wide. Gets his own rebound, and they say it did not make contact with Beal in net. There will be no shot clock reset. And now a penalty will be issued. This could be now a second penalty issued to the Beerwolves sideline. This one will be 2 minutes for delay of game against Venuto, as he took a shot that appeared to be a buzzer beater attempt, but maybe a little bit too late. 5-on-3 for the Storm. Cook, Posadi a shot, saved by Murdoch. Rebound out to Cook, to Nick Fox. A shot, they score. Nick Fox with his 4th goal of the day. It's now 9-7 Storm. They get one on the man up. Now a 5-on-4. Andrew Sloan in net for the Storm in this period. I'm late realizing that. That's my bad. Lohman taking a shot up against the boards. Laspergata wants the man down attempt. Sprawling save Sloan. It takes a massive hop and was scooped up by his teammate. Good heads-up play there by the Storm. Specifically Andrew Thomas to clear the zone. Thomas to Ryan Cook. Cook lost it. 2-on-2, now 2-on-3 as Nick Fox hustles down. Laspergata gets by him though. Shot saved by Sloan. Loose on the outskirts of the crease as Sloan will call his teammates off and make the play himself. 2 to go on the man down for the Beerwolves. Conceded 1 so far during the first 3 minutes of their man down due to the Mackey major penalty. The 1 goal scored in a 5-on-3. Cook to Fox, he scores! A 5-goal night for Nick Fox, and it's 10-7. We're back to 5-on-5 full strength. 5:50 to play in the second. 10-7 lead for the Storm. Goals coming in today, like the raindrops I can feel above me. As we are through 24.5 minutes and have 17 goals scored here tonight at Rizzo Rink. Still 21 to go. Posadi in the near circle, below the shot clock. Posadi spins into space, whips a shot on goal. Saved by Murdoch. Second effort, and it's in. 11-7 Black Storm. As a diving attempt in front is good from Scott McLaughlin's 2nd goal of the day. Or correction, Stephen McLaughlin, not in Formula 1. It is 11-7 Storm. Stoppage of play here. Some rain piling up, or I say puddling up in front of the Beerwolves bench. Mops are out. would be a travesty if such a back-and-forth game comes to an end this early. But 4:18 to play in the second, rain starting to come down. Solid droves. Commissioner Stewart's now on the floor with mops under both feet. The officials out there as well. So we will resume even with the rain. .418 to play in a second. 11-7 the score. Lindsay to Posadi. Posadi in the near circle. In front of the Black Storm bench, pickpocketed by Ryan Mackey. Mackey calling his men over, and a pass to the middle is picked off. And back the other way comes Scott Jackson. Jackson to Nick Fox by his man. Fox with a 3-on-1 disadvantage, and he still scores. A 6th goal for Nick Fox, and he has half of his team's 12 on the day. It's 12-7 Storm. Slipping down with Posadi right off the draw, taking away Pedroso, a sliding save made by Sloan. Back to Black Storm ball. Sloan with his first pass goes out to his left. Up the floor, Reuter. Reuter runs up now with Posadi. Posadi, and the shots caught the pads of Will Murdoch. Somehow the back of my shirt is soaked, and I don't know how that happened. That's annoying. Back the other way, last forgot on the shot on goal, saved by Sloan. Oh, the wall behind me is wet. How did that happen? Storm the other way, another shot on goal is saved. Last Fragata dishes it out, sliding save made by Sloan. A diving kick save made by the Black Storm goaltender. 2:20 to go in the second. Nick Fox around the blue line. Lindsay cutting in. He scores. James Lindsay makes it 13-7. And the Storm starting to run away with it here. 6 straight goals. Right off the draw, a streaking Black Storm player. The shot on goal is turned away by Murdoch. Now it's Murdoch's offensive teammates the other way. Fighting through the rain, another sliding save made by Sloan. And Andrew Sloan has been spectacular in the second period. Sloan, Reuter, across the midline through the blue line. Reuter, just below the shot clock rather. 1:10 to play in his first. Drew Brady by the Roman Catholic sign. Brady whips one on goal. It's sent wide. Rebound is off the pads of Nick Fox, being swatted at by players on both sides. Fighting for it was John Saunders. He couldn't bring it in. Raftery the other way now for the Beerwolves. Another shot sent wide. Raftery dishes. Another shot again. Saved by Sloan. Raftery in front. Dishes. Shot. Sliding save Sloan. He's diving all over the place. Saunders gets the rebound and 3 big saves for this Black Storm goaltender. Lasati in the main circle. 25 seconds to play in the second, 13-7 Storm. Lasati hoping for one more. Behind the back look, led his teammate Nick Fox a little bit too far. Fox spins in space in a weird hop over the head of his target, and a shot they score right off the rebound. A 14-7 score through 30 minutes of play for the Black Storm offense. That is how the second period. Still coming down in more or less full strength. 14-7 lead for the Storm over the first 2 periods of play. One more to come in this early game on Monday night. Off the draw, it's Storm possession with Scott Jackson. Jackson with a pass toward Reuter, who brings it in. Now dishes to number 22, who I don't have in my roster. 22's pass goes to Lindsay. Lindsay brings it in, almost lost his stick, now recovers. Lindsay streaking in a shot, saved by Murdoch. And Las Brigada picks up the loose ball. Pedroso across the board. Pedroso up the floor. Ensley tried to bring in a haywire pass. Goes off the top of his stick and out of play into the Black Storm bench. Lasati hovering around the main circle. Lasati, a pass over the head of McLaughlin, who plays it off the boards. McLaughlin's shot, saved by Murdoch, flows the 5-hole well. That prevents another goal from sneaking in. McKenna will take it up the floor. Beal's back in net for the Storm. He looks to face a Winters shot here as Winters driving in one-on-one. Winters in space, he scores! What a move by Winters, and the Beerwolves now down 6. Minutes to play in the third. 14-8. That's the lead for the Black Storm. And Reuter off the draw, got possession but stumbled down. Fired a pass high and wide at Cook. The Beerwolf ball. Obvious last touch, Storm. Beerwolves it the other way with Pedroso. Exchanging looks with Winters, who fires another one. It's wide of field. Ricochet played by Saunders, and now Saunders up the floor. Here's Reuter. Wind up, and shot is eaten up and taken away by Winters. He blocked it and stole it in one motion. Saunders going over the top of Winters. Now Winters in space. Cook is now in the area to cover with Saunders. Hand goes up. It's a late call against the Storm, and shot deflected and sent out of the play for the Beerwolves offense, who will now go a man up with just under 12 to play in regulation. Two-minute minor for slashing going against number 5, John Saunders of the Black Storm. Raftery gets the return feed at the top of the circle. Raftery out wide, a shot off the iron, just loose in front of Beal. He'll stay with the Storm. Nick Fox around the midline. Fox shook up the ball. Jackson back to Fox, who's turned away. Downplayed by Loman. Loman up the floor. Last Brigada hits Ensley around the blue line. Ensley wide of Raftery, who plays it off a hop off the boards. Raftery the return feed to the middle. And back to Raftery, now sent high. Here's a shot, save. Ensley, another chance and sent wide. Halfway through is the Beerwolves man up, a little more than halfway. Raftery, a shot, they score. 14-9 and back-to-back goals scored by the Beerwolves. Second man-up goal today for the Beerwolves offense. 2 for the Storm as well. Off the draw, Las Brigada took a swing at it, but it winds up in a stick of a Black Storm player. Again, that's the man wearing number 22 today for the Storm. Well, I don't have my roster. Stephen McLaughlin takes it around the main circle. McLaughlin, far boards. McLaughlin to Lindsay. Lindsay to Nick Fox in the near circle. Shot clock to 2-1. Fox diving in, shot saved, and McLaughlin couldn't get off the second chance. Looks like it'll stay with the Storm if the shot found the goalpost, so it should not be a shot clock violation, and there won't be. Lasati gives to Ryan Cook. Cook, stutter step shot, saved by Murdoch. Save is kicked out to a teammate, now sent wide past McLaughlin of the Black Storm. Now Beal will give it to McLaughlin as they come up the other way. McLaughlin to the blue line and stumbled down, regained his balance though. Gives it to Cook in the middle of the floor. Cook to the middle. Brady fighting for it. And now Lasati a shot sent wide. Nick Fox takes it. Fox again a shot deflected and wide again. Brian Cook fighting for it and now brings it in. Game clock down below 8:15. A 5-goal lead for the Storm, and now the first time out of the game for either side is called by the Storm. 8:08 to play in the third, a 14-9 lead for the team in gray. Cook in for McLaughlin, and the shot clock will expire on 2. Only a chance at it. Man will resume his quest for an offensive possession. Is Ensley, a shot over top, turned away. Ensley couldn't get his stick on the rebound. So it's Matt Reuter up the other way. Reuter almost taken down, lost the ball, almost lost his stick, now lost the ball again. It somehow was dropped in the breadbasket of Will Murdoch. McKenna was looking for the pass, went over the head of Ensley, unable to be brought in, and now out of play. .435 to play in the third. Lindsay around the midline of a pass from Fox. Lindsay back and forth. Lindsay dishes. Fox spins, makes a man miss, and scores. Nick Fox with an incredible 7th goal today to make it 17-9 Storm. Clock stops with 4:01 to play in the third. 17-9 Storm. Beer will ball off the face-off and a pass sent wide. Looking for Venuto. Up the other way come the Storm on offense. Posadi will slow the pace between the circles and around the blue line. Goes Posadi. Posadi driving in. An off-speed shot sent wide of Murdoch. Bozak back to Nick Fox, who goes a sidearm shot. It's again saved by Murdoch. Jason Jones up the floor for the Beerwolves. Jones trying to get past his man, instead ushered into the corner by the scorer's table. That's Reuter on him. Jones gets by Reuter, was sent into the glass. One-hop pass. Jones trying to set a pick, does so, and a shot on goal is saved by Beal. Beal had the ball caught in his pads for a brief moment. Under 3 to go now in the third. As the Outlaws and Thunder getting ready for a game that could have massive implications on the Outlaws' chance at continuing history or making it in a bad way, alluding to a fun fact that'll come up in the second broadcast here at Rizzo Rink. Drew Brady trying to chase down a wayward pass for the Black Storm. Brady does so, over the top attempt, and he couldn't beat Murdoch, looking for his second goal today. 2:15 to play in the third. Beer goes with the ball. Ensley with his pass, and it's sent all the way wide. Pedroso will scoop it up as it got past Winters. Pedroso between the circles, lost the ball, sent out wide, picked up by the Storm. Thomas the other way, and he tried to lead Phil Reuter a little bit too far, though. Under 2 to go. Another shot sent wide. Raftery ends up with it. Raftery, Ensley. Ensley to McKenna. McKenna diving in. Shoulder pad save made. Loose in front, swatted at by Pedroso. It's still loose, and Beal's back on it. 90 seconds to play. The Black Storm will cruise to victory in this early game. With an 8-goal, 17-9 lead. Posadi a shot, saved by Murdoch. Beal will ball the other way with Ensley. Ensley on a one-hop. Raftery. McKenna whips one on goal, and save made by Beal. Beal up the floor, drops it in the breadbasket for Fox, and Fox pushes it wide. Almost an 8-goal night for Nick Fox, who is inches away. Final seconds ticking down. 41 and 40 in the third period. Fox with the pass, it's high of Lindsay, and all the way back down by the scorer's table. Lindsay on the pass from Beal. Up the floor is Saunders. 10 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It appears Saunders will use all 10. Dishes to Bozak, and Bozak will let the remainder of the clock run out. And that will be it, more or less, for regulation time, and it will be. 17-9 in the final score. The Black Storm dominated in Game 1 on Monday night. Be sure to stay tuned for game number 2 on this Monday between the Outlaws and Thunder. We'll see you in a few moments. Running clock to begin the second game on Monday night between the Thunder and the Morties. The aforementioned historical streak will be a Wednesday night game with the Outlaws. I had my schedule wrong. First shot of this day between the Thunder and the Morties, though, is a Thunder shot, which is eaten up by the Morties goalkeeper. That's Billy Hauser, who gets the start in net. Morties offense came back the other way and were turned away by Connor Atkinson, the typical starter for the Thunder. Silhouette floor in front of me. There is a rink as we had a downpour during the first game, if you're just tuning in for the second. Shot saved. And sent wide. Kanori Raz now takes 2 shots early on for the Morties. Another shot whipped on goal and sent wide. Ricochet came back to the Thunder, and Brian Sullivan, with a diving attempt, is turned away. Thunder player slips down and makes some hard contact up against the boards behind Billy Hauser. Our first penalty of the game issued. Evan Scott will get a 2-minute minor for checking from behind. That will be against the Morties. Brian Sullivan dishes. Wind-up shot sent wide. Rebound put off the boards. Another one sent wide, and they both catch the back of the arm of Hauser, who knocks it down, and Murph Butler's back on it. Taking the shot. At least one of them was Austin Connor. Ball between the circles. And goes to Mutz. Around the Roman Catholic sign. Press inward. Mutz. Now in space, taking his time on the man down. Mutz driving in, goes behind the net. Mutz to the middle. Whips one on goal and sent wide. Rivera took the shot. It's out of play off Rivera. And they'll wind up right in the perfect corner for the Thunder offense. Lucas Spence has it. Spence back to Connor. Connor back to Spence. And the scoreless drought is over early in this one. 3.5 minutes in, and the goal scorer number 99, Lucas Spence. It's 1-0 Thunder. Man up goal for the Thunder, about 1 minute and 35 seconds into their power play. Rivera right off the draw. Question is Jonathan Miller right off the draw. Rivera is fighting for it. Going to bring it in now. Miller has it. Miller whips one on goal and saved by Atkinson. Thunder ball with Spence. Spence gives Connor. And Connor pushes out wide. Now backing away Kyle Marr, and Marr couldn't get the shot on goal. Sam Mutz the other way, whips one, shot saved by Atkinson. Mutz fighting for the rebound, other shot couldn't get it. It'll stay with the Morties though. A shot on goal is saved by Atkinson. Carter Begley who had a chance at it. Thunder ball the other way, and a pass will go over the head of Spence. Played off the teammate's stick with 10 to go in the first period. Spence to Carbone. Carbone in front. Spence sent wide. Rebound play off the boards by Murph Butler. Butler up the floor. Samuel Beamer. Beamer is shot. Sent wide. And played off the boards by the Thunder. It'd be slipping into the boards with Spence. Just giving some relief by the Morton defense. Spence up the floor. Connor around the blue line. Connor, a shot, saved, loose in front of Hauser, and Hauser's now back on it, scooping it up. Up the floor come the Morties. Hoffman directing traffic, now driving in. The shot is saved by Atkinson. Caught in his pads, I'll pick it out. Thunder up the far side of the floor. Pass to the middle, deflected. It winds up in the stick of a teammate. That's number 41 of the Thunder, Michael Carbone. Carbone's shot is wide. Jonathan Miller is all the way down the Morties. Miller to the middle. Aaron Grill. Dishes to Atilasoy, and Atilasoy's pass is off his stick, and it'll just barely go out of play. Last touch, Morties. Now it'll be Thunder ball. Pass out wide, Kyle Marr driving in. Marr to Spence. Spence lost it, deflected straight down. A shot is turned away by Hauser. A Thunder player is sprawled on the floor. He's back to his feet. A shot came from Spence that was off the pad of Hauser as well. Carbone winds and fires. Another diving save by Billy Hauser. Carbone gets the rebound at fresh 30 seconds. Pass to the top. Connor on goal. Deflected and sent wide and out of play. Kyle Marr had the last shot attempting that possession for the Thunder. Spinning into space for the Thunder, number 33, Solomon Hess. This is the corner, it's Nostrand. Nostrand's shot, took a hit for it. Shot sent wide. All the way down, Evan Scott for the Morties, and Scott lost the ball. Took a shot up high. Over halfway through this first period. Canary Rosnow between the circles. Rosnow a shot. Save Atkinson, it was kicked loose. Ethan Krause fighting for it. He couldn't get there. Up the other way come the Thunder. They're tied up. Out the ball is kicked at and taken away by the Morties. Begley. In the middle, between the legs, they score, and the game is evened up 1-1. Canary Rouse now goes between the legs on Atkinson. 1-1 the score with 6.5 to play in the first. The first strength goal of the game comes almost 9 full minutes in. A much different story than the last game, in which we saw 17 goals with 5 to play in the second period. Finished with well over 25. Thunder is sprinting down the other way, and the shot sent wide. Now spinning into space, Austin Connor, a shot wide. Rebound comes back out to Hess. And Hess sends his pass a little bit higher, go off the back netting and out of play. Ball now. Number 54 on the Morties. They don't have him on my roster, but a shot sent wide. Hoffman picks it up. Hoffman lost it. Behind the back, look for the Thunder, and picking it up is Matt Flinges. Flinges to Brian Sullivan. Sullivan lost it. Carbone to Kyle Marr in the main circle. Morris pass out wide. Now it winds up back in the stick of Connor Resch, and now behind the back, a shot. They say it went in. A goal scored by Kyle Marr, and it's now 2-1 Thunder, as Morris just barely sneaks one past Billy Hauser. 2-1 Thunder. The draw is Morties ball. Evan Scott in the circle. Scott to Atilasoy. Atilasoy shot saved. Rebound still fought for and scooped up by Atkinson. Atkinson up the floor, hits his man Spence. It's off the iron. It rattled in and out. Thunder are back on it, up the side of the floor. Carbone to the middle. They score. And it's now 3-1 Thunder. Spence gets his second of the day. He had a man up goal, about 10 minutes of gameplay ago. Correction, about 8 minutes gameplay ago. Miller up the other way. Miller a shot. Saved Atkinson. Rebound comes back to the Thunder. Seamus McCloskey. McCloskey. Connor. No strength. Back toward Connor. A shot. They score. 4-1 Thunder. And Austin Connor will add his first. Draw, it's Morties ball. The violation called on men. So instead it's Brian Sullivan and the Thunder. Sullivan. Kyle Marr. Marr a shot. It went off the back of the net. Looked like it might have fallen in initially. Behind the back look, the fringes turned away. Marr from the top. Pass sent high. Ricochet off the boards. Played by the Morties. Up the floor. There you go. One off shot sent wide, and the rebound played by Evan Scott in the Morties. Thunder player lost his stick, but he's back on it. Atilasoy. Hoffman driving in, tried to drop the pass off for Atilasoy, which sort of worked out. It got to his target, not as fast as he may have wanted. Atilasoy, he scores! Rosnow and Atilasoy, the 2 goal scorers for the Morties. And with 60 seconds to play in the first, it is a 2-goal lead. .30 seconds to play in the first period. Thunder ball with Hess. Hess between the circles, into the corner. Hess to Resch. And Resch will chase it all the way down into the far corner, opposite Atkinson. Shot clock in game clock, maybe a 1 second difference. Connor on the blue line. Shot clock ticking down. Connor, the shot clock to 4. Connor, a shot. Saved Hauser. He's back on it. And a last second chance is sent wide. 4-2 the score. The Thunder are on top for the first 15 minutes of play. 30 more to come from the Zoe rink in the second and third periods on the second game of this Monday night doubleheader. Back in just a few moments with the start of second period gameplay. Running clock to begin the second period. 4-2 lead to the Thunder. Right off the draw, it's Morty ball and a quick shot sent wide. Taking it was number 61, Ben Minardi, and 3 players have slipped to the floor in front of the Mortude bench. And you can tell about 3 egos burst there on the wet floor. Ethan Krause around the midline. Krause up to 4. Shot, they score! 4-3. And the Mortudes coming back into it, back-to-back goals. This one comes from Carter Begley, number 31. Off the face-off, fighting for are the Mortudes. It goes in and out of multiple sticks, and now picked up by the Mortude offense, and centering feed knocked away. Now wind up in the stick of a different Mortude. Murph Butler has it. Butler driving in between the Thunder players, and a shot sent high, deflected back to Butler, who scores. And we are tied in the second. 4-4 the score as Butler evens it up. 3 goals in the last 4.5 minutes for the Morties to bring the game back to 4-4. Off the ensuing face-off, it'll be Miller winning the draw for the Morty. Miller behind the crease, goes up top. It's robbed from the floor. Now the Thunder will end up with it with Connor Resch in the far corner. Resch evades a man. Resch across the blue line. His first looks Kyle Marr. Spinning away is Matt Clinges in front, and it bounces out of the crease. No goal for the Thunder. Morty ball. Krause. To the side, and this shot right up the face mask of a Thunder player. Right back down to the net where Billy Hauser lies. Shot clock to 5-4 for the Mortudes. Krause trying to fight for it, couldn't bring it in, and it's a violation against the Mortude offense, and a much needed stop there for the Thunder defense to get some momentum back in the game. Under 11.5 minutes to play in the second. Kyle Marr, a pass to the middle, is dying out and cleared away. Morty ball up the floor, centering feed, shot, they score! 4 in a row for the Mortudes as Akan Attilasoy gets his second. Attilasoy gets his second and the Mortudes' fifth. It's 4 in a row for the team in red, white, and blue, and it's 5-4 Mortudes. Violation off the face-off. It'll go against the Thunder. It's Morty ball with Krause. Krause slipped down for a moment. Shot between the circles. Another shot turned away by Atkinson. 2 big saves of the Thunder goaltender. Rush in the corner. Lost one up in the air. Brought back down by the Thunder. Up the floor they come, and a shot off the face mask of Hauser. Ricochet was off on a Thunder player. Now to the other side of the floor. Check down in front. One hop. No goal. Crease violation against the Thunder. Seamus McCloskey is wide open on the doorstep, but couldn't cash in. And now streaking down for a third goal, number 67, Kenari Raz now. 6-4 Morties on Raz now, second of the day. Like the penalty has been issued here after the play. So a penalty issued against the Thunder. It will be against Atkinson for unsportsmanlike conduct. 2-minute minor, and now crease violation called against the Morties. So 1:40 will remain on that man down for the Thunder, who have lost all their momentum. They opened the game up 4-1, have now conceded 5 straight. It's 6-4, and they're a man down. They have the ball, though, with 8:36 to play in the third, looking to get something going with it. As Spence driving in, and took a shot that was ushered wide by Hauser. Instead, it's Begley for the Morties. Begley the return feed just inside the blue line. Begley out wide. Now back to Begley. Another shot sent wide to Atkinson. Rebounds behind the back pass. Another shot again wide. Solomon Hess will bring it in. Hess up the floor. Now, Thunder ball, they lost it, and an over and back call against the Thunder. It's a Morties possession about halfway through this game. Morties with a 2-goal lead and a 30-second man up still on their side. Sam Mutz has a chance if he wants it. Takes it, and saved by Atkinson. Thunder ball with Clinches. Clinches lost the ball. Talking, another shot, they score. Sam Mutz goes between the legs of Atkinson, and it's now 7-4 Morties. Off the draw, it's Morty draw. Played up against the boards. Still highly contested for, and now pulling away are the Thunder. Sullivan pass wide to him. And now it's check, and the whistle sounds. And a pretty solid hit there from the Morty, being Ben Minardi. Knocked down Spence in front. Now Morris entering feed, couldn't finish the job. Thunder ball again, and now a Thunder player goes flying. A hand goes up. It's going to be a delayed call against the Morties. And the Thunder a chance to get some momentum right back as being knocked straight down was Austin Connor. Let's see what the Morty penalty is. Samuel Beamer will get 2 minutes for an illegal cross-check. And now a 2-minute opportunity for the Thunder to get back within 2 goals. Sullivan from the top, sent wide of Hauser. Rebound comes back to Miller. Miller has speed and space to work with. Miller sliding save Atkinson. There's like a walkie-talkie is loose on the floor. Miller almost over it. Didn't make contact though, so he stays on his feet without issue. Carbone and Marr exchange looks. Now Sullivan gets it on the joy. Sullivan is shot. Save made Hauser. Morty ball on the far side of the boards. Under a minute to play on their man down. Shot clock to 7 and to 6. Shot attempt is saved by Atkinson. It will be a fresh clock for either team, and the Thunder are the ones that get on it. Connor sprinting down. Connor is shot off balance and turned away by Hauser. Behind the back look from Spence, turned away. And correction, that was Solomon Hess, not because Spence took the shot, but it's wide regardless. Now Kyle Marr is back on it between the circles. Marr, Hess, and back to Marr. Shot deflected and sent wide by Hauser. Marr knocked down, and the Morties are back up the floor. Miller in the near circle. Now pass to Begley. Begley, Hoffman, a shot, loose in the middle, knocked away and knocked clear from a direct line of fire on Connor Atkinson. Now Thunder ball, still knocked loose, and the Thunder are back on it. A pass goes high. Now Spence between the legs, they score. Solomon Hess makes it 7-5 Morties. As the Thunder get their first goal in almost 14 minutes of game action. And Solomon Hess, the man to deliver it. Off the draw, Sullivan is knocked down for the Thunder. The violation was against the Morties, so it's Thunder ball. Marr in the near circle with 2.5 to play in a second. Marr the pass out wide. Take an odd hop and wind up in front of Hauser. Let's come up to the floor the other way. Around the floor, around the blue line. Floor, Krause in the near circle. Ethan Krause behind the net, directing traffic to the top. Spinning, shooting, and save with Atkinson. The shot came from Attila Soy, who was looking for his 3rd goal of the day. The Thunder ball for the moment with Resch. Resch across the midline. Resch gives to Spence. Spence back to Marr. Marr thought about it, fires a shot. Saved by Hauser, and knocked just out. As Hauser stood strong. 1:15 to play in the second. 7-5. The score remains in favor of the Morties. The floor between the circles. The floor to the corner. Fires a shot deflected high. It went off the stick and off the ceiling. And a Morties player is down, injured, relieving the shot clock. That's Sam Mutz, who will limp off. A 5th man will come on for Mutz. Maybe not. And a shot they score before the 5th man could get on. It's now 7-6. And the Thunder capitalize as Michael Carbone gets his first of the day. So Carbone makes it 7-6. Shot clock no longer a factor for the remainder of the second period, as the game clock now ticks down to 23 seconds. Miller off the faceoff for the Morties. Timeout called by the sideline of Miller. 7-6 lead for the Morty offense, and they'll have one last chance to get back in front by 2 before the third period is underway. Final 2 seconds of play here in the second period. With the first pass, Carter Begley in the middle. Begley a pass, sent wide. Picked up almost by Spence. Begley brings it in with 3 seconds to play in the second. And pass sent wide, played off the boards by the Thunder, and that will be it to end the second period. We'll have a 90-second break and a much-needed one for both sides. It's a 7-6 score through 30 minutes of play. 15 more to come from Rizzo Rink on this Monday night. We're underway in the third and final period here in regulation time at Rizzo Rink. At this rate, game 2 of the Monday Night Doubleheader will require all 45 minutes of game action to be decided. 7-6 the score. for his second of the day, and it's 8-6. Now loose up against the boards. Miller and Spence one-on-one. Miller fighting for it behind the back look. Two players stood up as Carbone took a shot. Here's Roz now. Roz now in the circle. Roz now dishes to Kraus. Ethan Kraus. To Roz now. Roz now behind the net, beneath the shot clock. Roz now looking for Miller. And got a Miller stick. Now Hoffman to the middle. Kraus to beat the buzzer. He did not. Shot clock violation on Ethan Kraus and the Morties. And now both teams have gotten away with one in the early goings of this third period. And Alec Rubman is actually in net right now for the Thunder. As Connor Atkinson in the bench area for this team. 8-6 lead for the Mordudes. And now it's the backup goaltender Rubman facing a Mordude charge. A shot deflected and sent wide. Good save by the Thunder goaltender. Behind the net, it's locked loose at the crease. fouls now. Is on it. Ethan Kraus. Out again toward the far boards. Pass back to the middle. Brill in front. And turned away was Ethan Kraus, looking to add to the lead, make it 3. Instead, back the other way comes Solomon Hess. Save made by Hauser. And the rebound is scooped up in midair by a teammate. And Morties back the other way. Attila Soy on the midline, directing Hoffman in. Attila Soy to Hoffman in the near circle with 7:15 on the game clock. Hoffman sails his pass high and wide, and it's off with Zamboni in the background. Fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. 7 to play in regulation. Plenty of time for the Thunder, but they have to string a few together to take the lead. Carbone, diving attempt in front, turned away. Violation called on the Morties, who were in the crease. Thunderball. Clinches in the near circle. A shot off the pad and may have found the post as well, but it was kept out nonetheless. Morty ball the other way. Between the circles, trying to drive in. Tillersoy turned away. Instead, it's Ethan Kraus. A shot, save Rubman. And the rebound comes back out toward Kraus. Kraus will win the race with Matt Clinch to the Thunder. Morties have possession yet again. Quick shot attempt. Shot saved. Behind the back look. A Thunder player is knocked down the crease. And there'll be a violation called against the Thunder for the hit in the crease. Possession will stay with the Morties. It will not be a penalty, though. Morties with the ball. Hoffman, shot, eaten up by Atkinson. Now the Thunder the other way. Past almost the full length of the floor. Played on a hot by Hauser. Five minutes to play in the third. 9-7. Attila Soy in the circle. Attila Soy back to the middle. A shot. They score. 10-7 more dudes. And Carter Begley with 3 in a row. All 3 in the third. And he has powered his team to a 3-goal lead. Carter Begley with 3 big goals in his third period and 4 on the day. The game MVP as it currently stands, and Lucas Spence had a chance at it, couldn't bring it in cleanly. Spence in the circle. Sends a pass out wide. Marr is on it. Marr to the middle. Thunder players tied up. Passes it again to the middle. Sullivan shoots and scores. And a much-needed Thunder goal by Brian Sullivan. They're back within 2, and they have life with under 4 to go in regulation. Under 3.5 to play in the third. Morty ball. Hoffman couldn't bring it in, and it's out of play. It's touched Morties and back to the Thunder. A goal here would put a lot of pressure on the Morties. Thunder ball with Marr. Out to the middle. A pass sent wide to Carbone. Carbone is shot wide of Hauser. The rebound's over to Marr. Shot clock halfway through. Mar in the far circle. Dishes it back out. Now thought about it. It was a pump fake looking for Hess. Mar held on to it. Shot deflected down. And a shot clock down to 3 to 2. Hess can't get on it. Violation on the Thunder. Fresh 30 seconds in. Miller will wait for some help and some teammates. Centering feed and knocked down was another more dude. A hand goes up and it'll be a delayed call against the Thunder. And an extremely costly one with under 2.5 to play in the third. Clock will stop with 2:22. Two-minute penalty is assessed number 91 of the Thunder. That's Matt Fringes. .2:15 to play in the third. 10-8 the score. One more goal for the Moore Dudes with all but seal it. Hoffman lost the ball. Spence takes it away. He's in space. Lucas Spence one-on-one, knocked down. 2 defenders on him. Now 3. He's trying to hold on to the ball. He cannot. Spence couldn't hold on, and the Moore Dudes are away. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 1:49 on the game clock. Tillisoy. Kraus back to Tillisoy, and now between the circles. Tillisoy down low. Hoffman turned away. Atkinson's back in net for the Thunder. He made the save there. Solomon Hess behind the net with 1:25 running out of time. 10-8 the score. Driving in, shooting, and making the save is Hauser. The shot came from Connor all the way down. Begley for the nail in the coffin. He could not get his 5th of the day. The score stays 10-8. Fighting forward is Nostrand. A stick is loose. And that is a Moore Dudes, but the Moore Dudes are on it. Evan Scott in space. Under a minute to play. And Scott can kill about half the remaining time. McClure to the blue line. McClure dishes out wide. The shot clock to 15, game clock to 46. A pump fake. Now the pass to Beamer. Scott between the circles. Back to Beamer. Beamer to the middle, between the legs, turned away Atkinson. 26 seconds is where the clock will continue to tick. Sullivan winds and fires. A shot saved by Hauser. Rebound loose in front, turned away. And the Moore Dudes are back on it. Shot clock no longer a factor. Game clock to 15. Trenching away Begley. One more chance. Save. Atkinson caught in the pads. With 10 seconds to play, the Thunder need a miracle, and they'll turn it over to end it. And that will be it for the 3-period regulation time game. 10-8, the Moore Dudes defeat the Thunder. A back and forth affair. The Thunder led 4-1 at one point, with a 9-4 run over the remaining time in the game for the Moore Dudes. Was all it took for them to dominate the remainder of the time. Winner of Game 2 on Monday night are the Morties. They defeat the Thunder 10-8, and we'll see you on Wednesday night for another 2-game doubleheader.